Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Uh, Hope everybody's got some good hot coffee. I do. In fact, I was about late getting back here. Got in there making my second cup and got lollygagging around. I thought, oh, wait a minute, it's time to go live, I think. So I apologize if I might be a minute late. Let's see what time it is. I guess I'm not too bad. But anyway, let's take a look and see who we got hanging out with us. We got Mark Lindsay's here. Good morning, Mark. Hope you enjoyed your birthday yesterday. Wilson Rubottom says, good morning, thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Got a couple of them over there. Larry Gaunts says, low 80s all week. Spring has sprung. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's still pretty cool out here. Yeah, we're supposed to get another rain, kind of like last week, I think. So, going to have a couple of good days. Let's see, where am I at here? LB Sharp's here. Morning, all. Missed your live video. Oh, he's talking to Mark there. Okay. I don't think he had. Well, he had a live video, but I don't think he had his regular video out. He's been slacking, you know. Monroe Cook's here. Good morning. George Rothfuss. Good morning, all on this. Well, I don't even know what that is. You'll have to spell it out for me because I don't know what that is. Troy Pritchard, good morning, or goo morning in your case. LB says, good morning to you too. Gary Hammett's here. Good morning, Gary. Ryan Ballard's here. Good morning. And Clyde CNC is here. Good morning, Clyde. Yeah, I watched a little of the weather, and it's a little bit nippy out there. We're supposed to get some more rain Wednesday and Thursday, kind of like just like last week. I think that's when we got it last week. But hopefully, like last week, it'll be pretty mild around here because I don't know what it is. It seems like they always want to say that it's, there's always a chance of high winds, heavy rain, tornadoes, all this stuff, and then I don't know, it kind of gets me because after a while I'm like, if you unless you really think that that's what's going to happen, don't say it. I wonder if they just try to get people worried about the weather, and then that way they'll tune in to watch their thing or something. I don't know, but maybe that's what they do. I don't know. Anyway, I did reboot my router this morning, so we'll see if that has any effect. I don't have my speed test thing up over here. I guess I'll game type. Can't even type. Let's see where we're at this morning. Let's see. What am I going to talk about this morning? I've got a few things on my mind this morning. One, I had kind of a weird thing, and maybe it's just me being paranoid. I don't know. But yesterday, I had my, I was running my machine out there in the shop or the garage, and I had the door wide open, and I had my lawnmower pushed out just to give me a little more room. So I had it pushed out, sitting in the driveway, and I came in the house for something, and I was sitting right here in the office, and Jack noticed somebody coming down the cul-de-sac. And when I say somebody, a truck. And so I just kind of leaned back and I didn't really pay that much attention, but it was a truck that I'd never seen before, uh, which isn't totally unusual because sometimes when people need to turn around, since mine's the first cul-de-sac off the main drag, they'll turn in it, come and just swing around and go right back out. But I noticed that this truck, when he started turning in the cul-de-sac, when he started getting pointed at my house, he just slowed to a crawl, and then he stopped right up there in front of my house, just past my mailbox. So then I'm starting to kind of take notice of him, and I noticed the driver kind of, he had kind of dark windows, but you could see that he was looking. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm sitting there, I got the garage wide open, got my lawnmower sitting out there. I don't know what the deal is. And he just sat there for a couple of minutes. And then I thought, all right, Jack, it's time for me to go out there and see what's going on. Well, when I opened the door and Jack went running out there, as soon as Jack hit the scene, he took off and left. And then I watched him to see which way he went. He turned and went on out of the subdivision. But I mean, it could have been something, completely innocent. But I just thought it was weird the way he was acting, and then and the timing when Jack got out there. And so I went ahead and saved the video footage in case I got up this morning and anything was missing, because I'm thinking, well, my trailer's sitting right out there too. And I have a lock on the hitch thing, but those things are pretty useless. So, but anyway, I don't know. I guess I'm just a little paranoid, but always suspicious because we have very, very little traffic. There's really no reason for, unless you live in one of these houses, there's really no reason for anybody to come down here. So when I see a truck like that, I figure better safe than sorry. I'll get the video footage and save it, because if I don't get it off my thing, it records over itself about every 3 days. So because I use the high quality, because I figure if you're going to record video, okay, something you need it clear enough to where you can tell who it is. So anywho, let's see here. Mark said he had a good day. I know I learned something about your birthday yesterday, Mark, and I'm going to talk about it this morning. Apparently, and there's probably some of you guilty ones in the chat here this morning. Apparently, y'all don't understand how Facebook etiquette works. I was going to leave Mark a birthday wish, and I actually did it. It was only barely his birthday. In fact, it probably wasn't even his birthday at the time I put it, because he's 3 hours behind me. But about 12:30 that night, I'm thinking, it's the 27th. I'll go ahead and wish Mark a happy birthday. So rather than try to go to his timeline and stuff, and then I heard him say later that he does like me, where you can't post anything to my timeline unless I approve it. But so anyway, so I thought, well, I'll just tag him, in my post. Well, apparently that worked great, because I'm sure he saw it because I tagged him. But the people that don't understand Facebook etiquette is, if you want to leave somebody a birthday wish after somebody else has left them a birthday wish, do it like I did and put it on your timeline and tag them. Otherwise, that person who was on the original timeline gets a notification every stinking time. So I finally had to turn notifications off from my own post, and I almost deleted it because I'm like, this is ridiculous, people. You don't comment to my birthday wish. You do it on your thing. That's the way Facebook is supposed to work. So anyway, there's my Facebook rant for the day. But yeah, my phone was just blowing up all day long, as you'd expect. A lot of people wishing him a happy birthday. But they kept doing it on my post and not tagging him. So I don't know whether Mark saw any of those that are on mine or not. Maybe he did, I guess. I don't know. Don't know how that works. But if you don't know, Mark, you can check the one out on my timeline. And if you hadn't seen them, there's a whole bunch more over there. But like I said, about halfway through the day, I started to just delete it because I'm like, come on, people. Learn how Facebook works if you're going to be addicted to that junk. So let's see here. I'm getting way behind. LB says, hope you got my email and understood it. I did get an email, and I thought that was probably you just because of the name on it. But I didn't read all that, and I don't, I'd have to sit there and go through everything, and that thing's way too long. I ain't got time for that. Sorry. you'll have to find somebody else to help you with that, because I'm not a coder, and there's just way too much going on for that. And I kept scrolling down, and I'm like, good Lord, he's sending me a book to read. So sorry, but I didn't even try to read that. Clients here. Let's see. So just made it in time. No, you're good. You're good. Brian says 33 today, Thursday 72. Yeah. Clyde says it's 20 there. Yeah, spring has sprung, but it hadn't. It's still messing with us a little bit here. Mark says the video's clear on that end. Okay. I don't know if it'll stay or not. We'll see. I guess I'm going to try to start doing that if I can remember to, every time I come in here in the morning, to turn this on. Before I turn it on, I'll just power off that thing and let it power back on and see if it resets itself or whatever it does. I don't know. I just never have done it for a long time. Steve Gronsky's here. How you doing, Steve? Jim Sinicola. Good morning, sir. There you go. You're getting another birthday thing, Mark. In case anybody knows, Mark's birthday is one of the easiest ones for me to remember, because my son's birthday was yesterday as well. So that's why I always remember. And in fact, there's a lot of people I know. A lot of my Facebook friends, the people I went to school with and stuff, have the same birthday. So, but Larry Galt says, "Thank goodness I'm not guilty of that." Okay. Yeah, at first it was funny, and people do that all the time, and I don't, you post a comment and then people post to your reply to your comment instead of doing it on their own. I don't, so a lot of them get it. Yeah, LB says he doesn't understand it. Yeah, I mean, that thing was long. I don't know. No wonder you don't understand it, because when I started reading that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to sit here and go through every little thing of this, because I don't think I'd understand it anyway. I'd have to really dig into it, and I don't have that kind of time to do. Yeah, it says 34 people. Yeah. And like I said, probably about halfway through that, I finally just said, okay, I either got to delete this, and I thought, well, now if I delete it, then Mark may not see them, or he wouldn't, so I thought, well, I'll, because I didn't know if you were seeing them in real time or not. I didn't know if you were getting a notification on that or not. So I thought, well, it says there's a way I can just turn off notifications so that I won't get them. But, I did that instead. But Ryan says, Saturday night show was a fun one. Hamilton is a good dude. Yeah, he's good, and he's funny too. I like the humor he puts in his videos. And I saw you had a comment where you forgot to ask him about the sandblasting stuff. And when I read your comment, I thought, oh man, I forgot that too, because that would have been interesting to hear him talk about that. Rob said he enjoyed it. Good. And by the way, if you guys that watched it, I know you know that I was talking about we'll try to change it up this week and see if we can do the um, an old fashioned Q&A thing with like a panel of guests and stuff. And I've already got some folks that are filling up some spots, but I still got a bunch of spots left. So if anybody's wanting to get in on that, send me an email and let me know. And we'll just have a good old time talking CNC stuff. Let's see, what else was I going to? I got to tell you, Ryan Ballard, you son of a gun. You mentioned Friday. I was talking about that documentary, Jasper Mall, and you said, "Oh yeah, check out the doc on Class Action Park." That's crazy or something. And I went to look for it, and I couldn't watch the actual documentary because it was on HBO Max or HBO something, and I don't have that in any way to get it. But I just looked on YouTube, and man, there's tons of videos where people have tried to, I guess, copy that same thing. And that is a crazy thing. I mean, it's hard to imagine that they even let that go on like they did. But this goes to show you back in the day that anything goes, I guess. But that the thing they talked about, said, well, when you first come in the park, first thing you see is that tunnel, that water slide tube where it goes up and does the loop. And I'm thinking to myself, now how in the world does that work? And I hope they space them out and don't send somebody else down until they see you either come out the other end or crawl out the top. They said they had to put an escape hatch because people kept getting hung up in the top of it. So, but yeah, I got kind of down a rabbit hole thanks to you, buddy, watching a bunch of videos on that thing, and I'm like, holy cow, that is just crazy. And then what's weird is, that was about an amusement park and or water park or whatever, and then just was it yesterday or no, maybe it was Saturday. There was a report of, and you guys might have seen it, that I guess down in Orlando, I think somewhere in Florida, Jacksonville, Orlando. There was a guy who did, I can't remember what the stupid ride was, Superman, I think. The thing where you just get in it and they strap you in, they pull you straight up, and then kind of a free fall kind of thing. And then they had that 14-year-old kid fall out of the thing. He was, 100 or 200 feet up, fell out. And in one video that, by the time all the news channels showed that video, they would edit it out where it wasn't so graphic. But there's one video out there that I guess was taken by just somebody with a cell phone when it happened, and you see him flying out and hear the splat when he hits the ground. I mean, it's pretty terrible. And then then they pan over and you see the kid laying there on the concrete. So yeah, and that happened just the next day after I'm watching all that Class Action Park stuff. So kind of crazy. And another thing I started watching last night, and I'm gonna ask if any of y'all do this. I don't know how many people we got here. We got a handful of folks. There might be somebody that does it. But does anybody have any experience with, well, let's see, what do you call it? I guess it's the prepackaged meals from like one of these, what do they call those things? Home delivery things like Home Chef or something like that. My good friend Melinda has talked about that to me on 2 or 3 different occasions. And every time she'd tell me about it, whichever one she was using at the time, she goes, oh yeah, it's great. You just get online, you pick out what you want to eat, and they send you all the stuff, and just a little prep and cook it and stuff. And so anyway, I messaged her the other day because I said, "Now I know you've told me this probably half a dozen times, but I don't remember what's the name of the thing you use." And she gave me like the name of three of them. Blue Apron, I think, was one of them. Home Chef was another one. Let's see if I can find it. Every Plate, Blue Apron, and Home Chef. So she gave me the list of three of them. So anyway, I got online to look at those because I thought, I got to start eating better. I eat too much junk. I just run down here and pick up some fast food or something. I'm starting to gain a bunch of weight back. So I thought I got to start doing something. So I thought, well, maybe that's the way to go. Maybe I need to do that. So anyway, so I started looking at the Home Chef. And of course, right away, it kind of turned me off because right away they want you to, they want you to sign up and give them give them all your information and get an account. And then before you can really even figure out how it works. And I thought, well, I don't want to do that. I want to just get on there and look around and see what's about before I get committed to something. So, I thought, well, might as well look it up on YouTube. Everything else is on YouTube. And sure enough, there's tons of unboxing and review videos and people showing how to prepare the stuff and all that. So I got to watching some of those last night, and holy cow, I got hungry watching it because that stuff looks delicious. But I think I'm gonna try it. I think I will. Let's see. Leo says, if you need me Saturday evening, I will participate. Talk about Mach 4. Alrighty. That'd be good. I don't know anything about Mach 4. I did download the free trial thing one time and just to take a look at it, but it's been so long ago I don't even remember it. Rob says, I think HelloFresh is the biggest one. I remember seeing that name too. I don't know as far as the most popular or whatever, but just from the YouTube stuff I saw, there would be people that they do a video, but they do it over the course of like 6 or 8 weeks, and they'd order like 2 weeks worth of meals from Home Chef, and they do a first segment of the video would be about that. And then they do one from Blue Apron and do the same thing, prepare those meals and talk about the differences. And then they would score them, kind of like a thing. And of course, it's really, a personal preference type thing. But most of the people seem to like the Home Chef. And I thought, well, that's the one Melinda told me about. They did say that by the time you get done, the meals probably cost around $9.99 each. And I'm thinking, well, that's because you can't go you can't go down there to McDonald's and get out of there without spending $10 anymore. Same thing with Zaxby's and all that kind of stuff. No matter where you go, it's going to be a little pricey. But I figure it might be a little bit better food as far as the crap I eat now. So I might give it a try. But it looks like maybe a couple of you have tried it. I don't know. Gary says, I've never done it, but I do know several people who do and brag about it. Okay. I just, one thing that I saw is that at least on the Home Chef, when you go to their website, you can pick meals based on how easy it is to prepare, whether it's easy, intermediate, or, and then I was watching some of these people on these YouTube videos, and they're saying, yeah, it's not bad at all. It only took me 45 minutes to an hour to prepare it and stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't even know. I like to just throw something in the microwave. So, 4 minutes later, I'm eating. So I don't know. We'll have to see if I try that out. I'm a little gun shy because I don't want to get hooked into something that I can't. You have trouble getting out of. But they all said that if you sign up and you can hit the pause thing, like if you're going on vacation, you're not going to be home that week. But I guess the way they set it up is that you set up for a thing like, okay, I want 3 meals a week, and then that's what they're going to charge you for, unless you tell them to pause it, and they say you can cancel it easy too, but I don't know. We'll have to see about that. But anyway, in other big news, and I'm almost out of time, and I'm not even going to talk about this long because probably none of you guys watched it anyway. I didn't watch it, but the big news, you can't help but know about the so-called excitement at the Oscars last night. Like I said, I didn't watch not a minute of it. I went on to bed and was watching Home Chef videos, but big deal. Will Smith supposedly got up and slapped, and it was a slap. It wasn't a punch. Chris Rock, who made a joke about G.I. Jane 2 movie or something. You'd have to watch it if you haven't seen it already. But I'm thinking myself when I saw that, and then of course they keep saying on the news, well, that's just crazy. It wasn't scripted. And I'm thinking, well, why are you saying it wasn't scripted if it wasn't scripted? You have to remember that this is an award show for actors, people who act. And acting is pretending to be something you're not, or playing in make-believe land. So I've watched it through some YouTube videos or a little short thing, because that's all they want to show is that thing, that clip of that. And I think it's definitely scripted. I think it's all because their ratings are low. And, and of course it's getting them exactly what they want, because now everybody and their brother is talking about it and showing that clip and all that stuff. But if you do watch it, do me a favor and try to find one of and there's a bunch of different clips, but try to find one where when they show after he slapped him and Will Smith turns around and is walking back, don't look at Chris Rock. Look at Will Smith's face, because it looks to me like he's trying to keep from laughing. So I think the thing was totally scripted, and it's all a ploy to to try to get the ratings up, because now everybody will be wanting to tune in next year going, well, I wonder what kind of crazy stuff going this year. Remember last year that so-and-so, and it's, like I said, I know probably none of you guys even probably watched it because, but the reason I bring it up is you can't go through a day on social media without running across it. It's out there everywhere. Or if you turn on the television, it'll be on there. But again, that's them all trying to manipulate us and make us think that those people are important. So all a bunch of fake news, in my opinion. All right, that was my timer. I guess I'm going to get out of here. Got a little bit of stuff to do. Got to take some stuff to the UPS store. May try to surface my my Gatton CNC. It's pretty. I did that other one the other day, but the Gatton CNC's probably overdue for a table surface, so I might do that today. I don't know. Anyhow, y'all have an awesome Monday, and we will see y'all tomorrow, I guess. Everybody have a good one.